pick up your hook or pen and do some art along with me while I try to figure out this table. God, this room's a mess. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to figure it out. Boo! It's the last Sunday before the convention, and I really need to work on my display. Welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Darcy, and this is Inksy, and I have been in intense con crunch mode. I'm doing JoMoCon the weekend of the 18th, 19th, so this upcoming weekend. Today is Sunday. I've just been go, trying to get things done because I had so many ideas of things that I wanted to take with me. Today, I really need to work on the display because usually the conventions I've done in the past, I really didn't plan out ahead of time. We just kind of rolled up, opened the box, and be like, let's throw some cubes together, because it doesn't look great. The booths are a 10 by 10 space. So the general idea is that I'm going to have a center table, which is going to have the prints, it's going to be the point of sale spot. And then we're going to have two tables on the left and right. One of them dedicated to crochet plushies, one of them dedicated to 3D prints. I've dragged a lot of stuff out from the closet as far as like our wire cubes, grid cubes. This is like a jewelry display. We've got our tablecloths, our banner, sticker holder, and miscellaneous other stuff. But we need to try to make this all fit in a 10 by 10 space, which I'm not going to be able to do in this room, but I could maybe if it was empty. But this room is literally overflowing with, there's a lot. Like my poor Demogorgon painting, which I really didn't have a good space for in the house, so it's just been kind of chilling in the closet. But because it's been chilling in the closet, his lower mouth flap here has taken a lot of abuse and a couple of teeth have fallen off. And which I've been collecting to hot glue back on at some point. This is not a little thing. This is a big thing, and I just have random big things like this that I've made that are just kind of in the house. Point is, we don't have a lot of space. I'm just going to try to map this out one table at a time. We've got 3 tables. We also struggle a little bit with signage. Because ideally, you want your signage to be big, easy to read, and organized, preferably to make it easier for people who are shopping. Some people who come by your booth just don't necessarily want to have a conversation with you, don't want to ask for prices. So making the prices as visible as possible to allow people to kind of come to their own decision while they're shopping, I think is helpful. We've tried like mini whiteboards one year. I've printed out like on cardstock little signs that I'll like tape up and stuff, but it just doesn't really look great. So ideally, I want to try to come up with some kind of better signage system. Something that's been taking up a lot of my time is that I've been trying to put these mystery boxes together with hand-painted figures, because I decided that now was a great time and that I had plenty of time to try to learn how to 3D design my own models, have Justin help me 3D print them, and then hand paint them. Because I want the mystery boxes to kind of be front and center, I think I'm going to have them on the main table instead of the 3D print table, next to where the plushies of the characters are going to be. And the plushies kind of range from smaller to larger. For example, this is my sitting Billy, actually the first plushie of Billy I ever made, and I hadn't decided if I was going to part with him or not because I was like, I like him a lot. And this is splooting Billy, so he can actually sit or sploot. He's got some pellets in his belly, so he's got some heft to him. He's weighted. So yeah, I made him. And then there's Jumbo Billy, who is a big boy. So I'll have him there too. So I need to get a display together that's going to work for my original characters plus my other plushies. Anyway, I'm going to get into that and throw this time lapse on, so feel free to pick up your hook or pen and do some art along with me while I try to figure out this table. God, this room's a mess. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to figure it out. Okay, so after, I don't know how many hours it's been now, a lot of fiddling around, I got this like kind of light blue ginjum. I've never had to say that out loud before. I don't know how you pronounce it. But I've got this checkered fabric here that I was trying to decide if I was going to try to scallop or not. At the moment, I think I might just leave it as a flat edge, but I do need to cut off the excess at the ends, so I'll deal with that later. I've got my little Meet the Maker sign, which I actually need to update probably. I've got over here is going to be our Inklings mystery boxes that have a 5-figure option, and there's going to be a little sign there that tells you how that works, and then all the boxes. Here is going to be the sticker sheets. Got washi tapes, got buttons. On this side, we've got our prints. So we've got large prints in this portfolio, perlers that I've made. I've got my Furby painting from my Millennial Makes It video, and I've got some keychains. I made this little Billy pop-up that ideally I would love to put on top of it with inksy like letters so that you can see it from a distance, but I don't have that yet or know how to attach it yet. Fake vines or something to kind of fill up some of this space. It's just kind of blank and ugly. I also have acrylic markers, so I thought about just painting stuff, like drawing and painting stuff on it, which I may still do. I don't know. Like the most important part today is figuring out the layout that I want, taking pictures and having those for reference the day we set up, because that'll make it so much faster to put up than, I mean, as you all saw, me just kind of winging it and trying to figure out what to do. So this is what it looks like with me behind it. This table is 6 foot. Yes, this table is 2 by 6 foot, which I think is kind of the standard table size that we'll have, because our booth does come with one table and a couple chairs, so we're not really worrying about bringing chairs. Ideally, you know, we want 3 tables, so this is just what our main like center table setup is going to be, and then we're going to have 2 more tables, which is just going to be the ones we bring. So 2 by 6 tables, one for crochet plushies, one for 3D prints, on either side of this, making a U shape. Will we have space to have our chairs and everything behind the tables? We hope so, but I think it's going to be a pretty tight fit, but I think it'll be okay. So this table is also going to have our banner along the front. It's going to have a blue tablecloth on it. I'm not bothering with all that right now because this is just, you know, practice setup. I do have a couple new prints that I'm going to bring, some digital circus ones, as well as one for my Inklings, so that's going to be fun. There are going to be little puck lights in here. Right now there's only one because I don't have enough AAA batteries to power the others, so add that to the list of things I need to get. But there's going to be 3 total, so I have 2 more in the corners to kind of light up this space. I think that's kind of fun. I saw somebody else do it and I was over here like, that's a good idea. I think ideally I would love to have blue cubes, because blue is my favorite color. Blue is the inksy color, kind of like a baby blue. I did get blue wire cubes to put on both the 3D table and the crochet table, but we already had white wires, and I didn't want to replace everything we already have, which is why I didn't get the blue cubes, and we're just going with white because, you know, we don't have a whole lot of time. So I'm just like, you know, it'll be fine. We'll make white work. It's fine. And I might paint them anyway. Who knows? That being said, I'm going to take some pictures of this, tear it down, and get started trying to plan my crochet table. And we're back a couple hours later, and I have kind of figured out a layout more or less for the my crochet table. Ta-da! Yeah, there's a couple things that are going to be changing. This, obviously, I'm not like done yet with all the plushies. So this is just kind of the makeshift of what's made up so far. So we've got like Big Mushy over here, Rocky, all the Grims, Junimos, all the Halloween spiders. I've got some gaps here on this shelf. I've wanted to make more peaks, splooting versions of our main 4 Inklings here. I've got a couple Bimos. 2 of them are missing their wings and stuff, so I need to finish them. Nessa is currently missing her body. She's just a head, but that's just a placeholder of where she's going to go. And then we've got Fern, Boomy, Billy, little Billies. Hope to make little versions of these ones too, but I mean, we'll see. We're running out of time. Jumbo Leggy Frog with the backpack here. The octopus. These are some hats that I've been making. So I got these are in a couple different colors will be available. The beanies and the giant moss slacks that I have to finish yet. After I get done with the table setups today and get torn down, then the next thing I'm going to work on is finishing moss slacks and Nessa, or finishing the unfinished plushies, I think will be the next thing that I'm going to try to spend a lot of today on. And then moving on to updating displays and signage designs that I'm going to be using for both tables. I'm not too worried about the 3D print table at this time. I think as long as I know what I'm going to do with these two tables and can get those up pretty quick, I think basically what I've done here, I kind of want to mimic on the 3D print table with Justin's 3D prints, and I think he'll kind of set them up by price to make it easier for people. So yeah, I did originally plan on doing a combination of the blue and white wire cubes. Problem being that the white wire cubes are actually larger than the blue cubes, and they also use a different connector piece. So instead, we've got majority blue wire, and then we've got like a little bit of the white grid cubes here, which will just kind of tie it into the center table. We will not be able to do that with the white wire cubes, but that's all right. You know, next time. Maybe for the next convention, I'll work on getting some more blue wire cubes as well as blue cubes so that everything's blue. So since this is generally, I think, what my setup is going to be for the plushies, I think I'm going to go ahead and start, take a couple of pictures, tear this down, arrange things together. I do have a couple more things that I need to take outside and spray while the weather's nice. Finishing up spraying down the figurines with a clear coat, and yeah, so I think that's the next move. Okay, so I still have a lot to do, but that's where we're going to call it for today. So I'm feeling a lot better about how we got the display looking. Also got a lot of my figures sprayed to get my mystery boxes put together. So now I'm going to work on the plushies, and I will update you guys once I have everything done. Or at the event. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!